Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
How's your blood pressure?
Not so good, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I have high blood pressure.
What?
I've always had high blood
You're
pressure.
12 years old. How could you have high blood pressure?
It's family. It runs in
Pork
the family.
rinds.
Those pork rinds are also.
You come from Austin,
right?
and
the
of course-
diet sodas, I'm sure, are high
So
blood pressure.
anybody, and I have high blood pressure too, anybody who has high blood pressure knows when you go to the doctor's office, that's the worst time to measure it. You're nervous, you're scared,
Right.
you don't, and they call it white coat hypertension. And so my doctor has said to me many times, look, please get a blood pressure monitor, an sphygmomanometer, take it home.
Defibrillator?
It's called a sphygmomanometer. You take it out, you can get them at the drugstore for, $60. Take it home and take blood pressure readings, then mail them to me because that will be more accurate.
Right. So this is basically an updated version of that.
This is that,
You
but
get-
instead of, but it's smart.
Right. This is the Pyle Health blood pressure monitor.
In fact, Pyle's been around for a long time making these.
Yes, brand name, company. This is the PHBPB20, if you want to be able to find it. It has no other name other than that. So that's how you find it, and it's inexpensive. This comes in at online around $70, $69.90.
So that's about what you would pay for a
comparable,
decent, Omron or some other
Right.
blood pressure monitor that it doesn't have the Bluetooth feature.
Right. So the cool feature about this is that it connects via an app. So you have a Pyle Health app that you open, iOS and Android. And when you're logged in, one of the cool things is you can have multiple user accounts. So let's say you have multiple people in the family that want to be using this. They can have either multiple accounts. You enter into your account, and then it puts you. It's actually a really nice app. Puts you onto the measure page, and so I'd hit blood pressure. Now we're gonna set this off to the side. Then you just take your blood pressure like you normally
So it
would.
has a cuff.
Has a cuff.
Which is the way to do it. In fact,
Right.
this is just like the other store-bought.
Right.
Guys, take your sleeve up, not
Well,
down.
so the sleeve is either I could take off the shirt. I tested it before, and it can read my.
Okay. The kids at home are saying, take off the
They're
shirt,
like, "What
Chad."
are you doing?" Yeah, I'm sure.
All the ladies.
So then
Come on, Chad.
It's very simple. It's actually, I haven't touched it in a while, so it's going to power save mode. It does this where it looks like it's taking a reading, but it doesn't. Anyway, you hit the power button.
Okay.
You can notice I'm in this page 1. You can have 4 different users on the device.
Oh, that's nice. The whole family can do
Right.
this.
So you can see that it's connected via Bluetooth. It gives me a little animation of what it's
And
doing.
now it's
over
filling
here.
the cuff, right?
Absolutely. So this cuff is filled with air. It's doing its job. It's actually filling more with air.
It really hurts.
You're not supposed to talk when you're doing this, so
No.
I make it a very weird reading.
That's okay.
And then they also suggest that you keep both feet on the floor,
There's
keep your
systolic.
arm. Here's
There
my
you go.
systolic.
And then they're going to do the diastolic, and you're going to get your reading.
Right.
And the nice thing about these, because it goes to the phone, it's much easier to tell your doctor to say, here's my log.
Right. So I have very high blood pressure right now. So
Quick, doctor. That's not your blood pressure, is it?
yeah.
So 197
That's what it
over
just-
116, and your pulse rate's 99.
99. Now that's the highest I've ever gotten. And that's most likely because I'm nervous and I'm on a show. You can see it gives you a
I
history.
think if this were not television, we'd probably send you to the hospital right now.
Probably say, what are
But
you doing?
because it's television, you
Yeah.
have a license to die.
It's a little bit, yeah, that would be interesting television, wouldn't it? So it gives you a history. So normally my blood pressure, the highest before this had been 170 over 86.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's not too bad.
Oh, okay. This is because you're in a pressure. That's
Absolutely.
And this is one of the reasons you want to measure your blood pressure a lot. It's different times of day,
Right.
different blood pressure, different stressful conditions.
You can get a chart of your
Generally
blood
speaking,
pressure
measure
as well.
your blood pressure on television is not recommended.
You can see how the graph goes up a bit.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah,
with
that's
that,
not your normal BP.
with that measurement.
Yeah.
So here's a graph of everything. You can also what's nice is that they pair very well, and this will actually work completely on its own, and so I can switch between.
Oh, that's interesting. So you don't have to use the phone.
You don't have
because
to.
you've got a readout.
You don't have to. So I
So
can
I have a
switch
Y
between the
things that
users.
does this, but it has no display.
Right.
And as a result, you have to be tied to a device to do it.
Right, so this will capture
That's nice.
it. Now, the one issue that I've had is that it's hard. If I take a measurement and I don't have the phone over here unlocked with the app ready, it will not sync the data over, and that's been my issue. Is that once I take a measurement and it didn't sync over,
Oh, it doesn't,
it's basically
it has no
lost.
storage.
I have no way to. No, it does have
Yeah.
storage, but there's no way to really like send it back over to say send this to the phone so that it can
Okay.
have that.
Oh, it did have,
record.
because it has a log on the
It has a
device.
log. So
Yeah.
here, you can choose between the different people over here. So I'm number 1. You
Okay.
can also choose between averages. So if I want to see my hour average, my day average, my 7-day average, so you can see this is a little bit better than what I just took.
I have some lisinopril in the other room. Let me quickly,
Get it?
or maybe some nitroglycerin at this point would be.
Yeah. So, and then it does all as well. So this is my average forever. This is nice that it does it all just on the device. You can also, if you want to, go back between the specific readings each time if you want to.
Yeah.
So back on the app though, you can do a few things, like you can email this to someone. So I started, where are we? May something. I forget when my it started. Where did I start my measurements? Where are we? I started, oh, June 31st. Okay. So if I go back to charts, I can email this. I can choose.
So that's nice.
January?
And again, the doctor really loves to see this, because your blood pressure's higher when you wake up. You know, it's higher after you have a cup of coffee. You want to see it over the day and over a few days and weeks, so you get a sense of how soon Chad's going to have a heart attack.
Right,
or stroke.
exactly.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things that I don't like is it's sometimes very difficult to determine which thing is selected, which one isn't. So there you go. This is the graph that I could give to my doctor,
That's
which is
excellent.
really nice.
Yeah.
Oops.
Just tell him that was the TV appearance.
Right.
He'll
That was
understand.
when I was on air.
That's what it was. A really cute nurse measuring it.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's basically what it does. Inside of the app, they also offer other things like a scale. They
have other devices.
They have other devices, glucose and cholesterol, and also a thermometer.
Does this tie to HealthBook?
It does not. That's a con. Is
Okay.
that this will not? And HealthBook has an area for blood pressure, but it does not tie into HealthBook.
Pros and cons.
So the pros are that this device will work all on its own if you want. Battery life is really, really long. It takes 4 AA batteries, and I used it for way over a week, and it never needed replacements. And that it connects to your phone with Bluetooth. On the con side, if you take a measurement and your phone isn't ready, there's no way to transfer the data back over, and it does not sync in with HealthBook. The price is around $70.
Good price?
Huh? Yeah, I think that's a great price. Buy, try, don't buy for the Pyle Health blood pressure monitor. I'm going to say buy.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it
Very
a lot.
nice. Now, would you please go to the hospital?
Yeah, I need to go and call an ambulance, right?
No, it just shows you, though, that's the whole thing about blood pressure. It goes
They're
up.
here.
It goes up. Oh, thank God, they're coming.
Right.
They're on their way. Dr. Mom called them. No, this is serious stuff. You want to take it seriously, and it's great to have that, and it ties in nicely. I think that's good.
Thank you.
The Pyle.
Yeah, the Pyle, we'll say it
PHB PB20.
Yes. Start automatic wireless Bluetooth blood pressure monitor with inflatable arm
you.
cuff.
Thank you, Chad. OMG Chad. You can find OMG Craft on YouTube, youtube.com/OMG Craft. And his Patreon is OMG Chad. That's his name, Chad Johnson. That was your off-the-cuff review. Or was it on the cuff?
I guess, yeah, the cuff was
the
on
review
the review.
of the Pyle blood pressure monitor.